The split has arrived here in the SPFL review show, and we have to start with everyone's favourite league. That is League 2. We're going to make our way to the top, and we'll talk about Livingston collapsing at Tynecastle. We'll talk about Rangers getting humped in the Highlands. We'll talk about everything, but first off, it's Dumbarton 1, Clyde 0. Not exactly cutting the mustard for myself, but 723 people attended this game, and James Hilton got the only goal.
Were you one of them?
No, I wasn't one of the people that attended this game, but East Fife 1, Bonnie Rigrose 4. We've got Peterhead 2, Forfar Athletic 1. We have got Stenhousemuir 1, Elgin City 1, and we have got the Spartans against Stranraer 0-0 with the lowest attendance.
Someone's desperate to get on to League 1 here.
I am desperate to get on to League 1, but I mean, Stenhousemuir winning the league, a draw yet again. I mean, it happens every week these days, but
I've not been impressed with Stenhousemuir over the past month and a bit. Probably longer than that, to be honest.
Good for them to get promoted, right? But I just don't see what they're going to do in League 1. As for the bottom couple of spots, crucial draw, I guess you could say, for Stranraer to draw with the Spartans. It's took them a point above Clyde, but who's going to go down now? I mean, Bonnie Groves getting
I still think Stranraer. I said Stranraer last week. I'm going to stick with Stranraer. For me, the Clyde have to play Stranraer. Let's have a quick look at the fixtures. That could be crucial here.
If Clyde and Stranraer play each other, what a game that'll be.
It could turn it to be a relegation battle.
Two home games.
Stranraer playing Dumbarton, Clyde against Stenhousemuir, Clyde then play East Fife, Stranraer against Forfar. Elgin City. I mean, tough fixtures, but
that's it.
I mean, yeah, we'll see what happens. It's gonna be close.
It'll be close as we move into League 1. Hamilton beat Falkirk 2-0. This was your 5:30 kickoff.
I think if Falkirk were going to lose their unbeaten run for the season, it would have been here. So yep. I do expect Falkirk now to go invincible, and good for them. They deserve it.
I don't know how long ago it was we were talking about a title fight in League 1, but it doesn't feel that long ago, or else time just flies.
Are Falkirk arguably team of the season in the SPFL? I think you'd have to consider them. They have to be up there.
I'd say so.
Especially if they go unbeaten.
But they should be doing it. Not saying they should be unbeaten, but they should be going up easy. Right, Alwyn 0, Montrose 0, but dull affair that one. Right, and Athletic 4, Cove Rangers 2, Kelly Hearts 1, Stirling Albion 0, and Queen of the South with a crucial victory over Edinburgh City. But I mean, everyone beats Edinburgh City, so let's not pretend it's the greatest thing ever. But it was good for them, because if they didn't win, they'd have been in that 8th and 9th spot, wouldn't they? 34 points.
They would have, so good result.
Falkirk 87, so they're 22 points clear. I mean, Hamilton's, but this league's non-existent, man. It's just like everything's spaced out, isn't it? It's just not doing much.
Yeah, the only battle really is the battle for 4th place, I believe.
I mean, in Montrose, I'm actually surprised.
A relegation battle as well, I guess.
I'm surprised Montrose is that high up. As we move into the Championship, Airdrie, we said if they won this
That's
game,
the win that I think secures them top 4.
Yep.
And I think you've got to consider them favourites to be playing the 11th place Premier League side, because for me, Airdrieonians have been the best team in the Championship for a long time now, and that's including Dundee United. They've been the form team. They deserve, in my opinion, to get top 4, and I mean, I wouldn't be surprised if they get 3rd place. Only thing is, it won't really matter much, because other than a little bit of prize money, you don't really benefit from being 3rd. I don't think they'll catch Raith Rovers. I just don't see that happening. But, we'll see how it goes. We'll see what happens.
I reckon Rhys McCabe will probably be away for Airdrie. Player manager, that is. That's a tough one. I don't think if he left them, he'd be a player at the other club. Because it's one thing stepping up as a manager. You can't make that step up as a player. It is different, isn't it?
Is he 100% going, do you think?
I mean,
if he takes Airdrie up, could he not? When you say going, what kind of offer do you think he's going to get?
I'd say a lower Premiership team.
But you don't think Airdrie could be that next season?
Well, they could be, but here we'll have to wait and see.
Well, who's?
I mean, I'd rather take a punt on him than keep going with Nick Montgomery at Hibs.
Really?
Yes, I'd go as far as saying that.
No, I disagree with that big time.
All right, well, he's better than Neil Warnock, for an example, but Arbroath are not better than Neil Warnock because they are down. They are down. Scott Lambie was the referee. 2 penalties in this game, 5-0. Arbroath or Livingston. If you notice, in every league, there's just a team cut adrift apart from League 1. No, especially League One, actually. It's League Two, there's not a team cut adrift, so just absolutely, I mean, they're shite. To think this team could have been in the Premiership not too long ago.
Yeah, but then they would have been the team cut adrift, I believe, in the Premiership.
Better to be cut adrift in the Championship. Queen's Park 0, Inverness 1. That win relegated
Could save
Arbroath.
Inverness.
It could save Inverness as well. And then Raith Rovers. I think this is the game that's...
title fight's over. It's done.
It's a shame. 6 points is 6 points. Again, like, you need Dundee United to lose next week and Raith to win to have any sort of hope. But it's done. Dundee United have won it. And for Raith's great season, they're going to finish second.
Actually, I do believe Raith Rovers were tweeting about how they're happy to have secured second place. I think that's a poor tweet.
Yep.
Because for me, at the start, absolutely, but let's be honest, we know for a while now Raith Rovers have been in a title fight with Dundee United, alright? It was never about securing second place. Now, yes, it looks like the league's gone, but I think coming out with a tweet saying the club's delighted to have secured second, to me, that is cheap.
3 years in a row.
That is
the
cheap.
Underdogs lost it in the Championship. Who will it be next season? Could it be Falkirk? Could be. Would you describe them as an underdog? I think they would. Just promote it. But Airdrie, I think they will finish third. Arbroath, down. Queen's Park, Inverness, battling. Could Greenock Morton somehow finish ninth despite...
At one point, it looked like they were going to finish top four.
Third, potentially?
I mean, they can no longer get top four. Mathematically, they're out of that. I mean, Airdrie's wrapped it up. I mean, we said that we think they'll wrap up with a win, but I mean, they pretty much have. I know mathematically they can be caught by two teams, but Airdrie's got fourth place now. There's just they ain't going to lose it.
No, they're not going to lose it. Ayr United with Scott Brown, it's over. I mean, it literally is over. I mean, there's just no possible way for.
I mean, they can tie with Airdrie, but then the goal difference would need to swing. Airdrie are showing no...
I think if Dunfermline won 3 in a row and Airdrie won 3 in a row, the goal difference probably would swing. So...
I think you mean if Airdrie lost 3 in a row?
That's what I mean. But Greenock Morton, yeah. I want Airdrie to go up, but Raith Rovers haven't beat Airdrie this season at all. Barely even drew against them. So it's not looking good for Raith. Like, they can talk about how they're happy with second, but although I mean, if you were to pick who's going to go up out of the 3 that can in the playoffs, I'd go with Airdrie. I'd probably rank it Airdrie, Partick, Raith. I think Raith's absolutely went off the boil. As for ninth, I mean, I think it probably will be Queen's Park to finish there. I think Duncan Ferguson will get them over the line. But
goal difference is essentially an extra point too.
Yep, 13 is
minus 13. So
see, Inverness are kind of unlucky because they've not really, they're not conceding buckets. You look at Queen's Park. I mean, they've conceded 13 more at home, and that's pretty much the difference there.
I'd say it's a straight shootout. Inverness, Queen's Park. Let's have a look at the fixtures before we move on to the Premier League, the so-called league that we're ducking. Let's see if we can drag this out a wee bit longer.
So there you go. There's your Friday. I mean, Raith Rovers need to win. Inverness will want to win it too. It's on BBC Scotland. We'll probably end up reviewing this game, watching it on Sports Scene. But tough all round. Arbroath against Greenock Morton. Greenock Morton, they're going to turn it and they need to get a job done here. Airdrie. Well, I'll tell you what. I think whoever wins at Firhill will cement themselves as third spot. Would you agree with that? Because it's Partick Thistle, Airdrie.
Aye, I'd say so. Whoever wins that will likely go on and get third. As for the Inverness Queen's Park battle, can we have a look at that? Can we go down and see who's happening? Who's doing what?
Airdrie against Dundee United on the other Friday. I'll tell you what, the way Airdrie's playing, man, if Raith could have kept it going, you never know. But Queen's Park taking on Arbroath, Inverness against Dunfermline in there, and in the final game of the season, that is how it's going. Inverness against Greenock Morton and Queen's Park at home to Airdrie. I would just fancy Airdrie to win there. But look at Raith Rovers running. They're at home to Arbroath, and then Dundee are at home to Partick Thistle. I can't help but feel Raith have blown it here.
Yeah, if Raith could have kept a wee bit closer tabs on Dundee United, even kept the gap to within one win, then who knows what would have happened, because Dundee United do have the trickier run-in, playing both Airdrieonians and Partick Thistle. I just feel like all the pressure, though, is now off Dundee United, and they can afford to slip up. So
it's party mode for, what do you call that guy in charge?
Jim Goodwin,
that guy. But let's talk.
He's not had many parties in the last couple of seasons, that's for sure.
He's not. I mean, yeah, they're going to win the league, but I don't think the way they've won it is any mood for a party. But talking of
Speaking
parties,
of parties, party was cancelled at Dingwall.
it was.
Rangers have had a few parties cancelled over the past few weeks in away trips, and this party, I mean, it started off all right with an own goal, Jack Baldwin giving Rangers the lead. I mean, Dessos is so bad that Jack Baldwin had to score for him, but Rangers just never really took advantage of it. They never kicked on, and I mean, in the end, Ross County came back, 2 quick goals at the beginning of the second half. Josh Sims with a goal in the 69th minute, and this wasn't really a hit and run, smash and grab type performance. I genuinely believe Ross County deserved to win. Thought they were the better side. It's not a case of the Ross County Laidlaw, was it Laidlaw in nets? It's not a case of Laidlaw making save after save after save and Rangers being unfortunate to concede 3 goals.
Is that a trend though? I do you not feel like
I thought Ross County were the better side and deserved to win on the day.
Do you not feel like in recent years though, when the Old Firm loses, it is because they've been outplayed? They rarely lose and like they've pummeled a team, but they've lost 1-0. I look at this season, the Rangers lost to Motherwell deserved to win. You look at Celtic.
Aberdeen deserved to win.
Yep, you look at Celtic when Hearts and Kelly have beat them.
Aye.
I think that's just the golf.
Yes, but in recent years, normally when Celtic and Rangers lost, they were still by far the better side. It's always kind of been that way. It would be very rare a team would actually beat Rangers and Celtic and deserve to do it. Most often than not, it's a team that they do kind of get a bit lucky and everything goes their way. But we've seen this season. I mean, I can't really think of a game that the Old Firm have lost, and I thought, well, you know what, they didn't deserve to lose that. So,
I think that just goes to show that the quality of the Old Firm just ain't there. Rangers were shocking, man. Tav, Goldson, a lot of players need to go at Rangers. Tav needs to be pushed forward. I've seen a lot of people blast Butland, but see for like pretty much every...
I thought 2 of the goals he was at fault for.
Yeah, but he's made good saves.
Yeah, I know.
The board with the Rangers defence, why can't they react? Why has it got to be Ross County reacting? I refuse to blame Butland for them.
Nah, I think that's Butland's fault, man. If Joe Hart done that, you'd be all over him, I think.
Well, maybe I would, right? But
maybe
it's a certainty.
I think Jack Butland's been poor last, I think for a month and a bit now, he's been poor. I don't think he's been that great.
Yeah, but he made so many other great saves in this game.
I tell you what, I don't think he was good in the Old Firm game either.
I know, he made good saves in the game as well. You know what? The guy's been outstanding for pretty much the entire season. I agree. I think the last month and a bit, he's not been up to that standard. But is it not time that the defenders take a bit of pressure off him? I mean, Rangers are conceding goals that's 6 goals in the last 2 games.
Against a very poor Celtic side and a team 11th in the league.
Yep.
They'd never beaten Rangers previously.
It's shocking. Rangers could easily concede at 6. And that's not even exaggerating, and could not have scored much more.
Now, Clement said in the last half an hour, Rangers played well and he was happy with the performance, but I didn't see it.
Oh, yep, the same performance what they drew 1 each with Ross County last half an hour.
I mean, if Ross County are sitting back because they have a 2-goal lead and Rangers are therefore naturally coming on to them a little bit more and creating a wee bit more, does that mean that Rangers are necessarily playing better, or Ross County are just sitting back protecting a 2-goal lead? I just don't see how you can be happy with a performance that results in an own goal and a penalty, which, I mean, going by the rules, was it even a penalty?
The Rangers penalty?
Yes.
It was, yeah, I'd say so. It was very similar to the
CJ Novo didn't think it was a penalty.
Well, it was.
Well, CJ Novo didn't think it was a penalty.
Here, I thought
CJ Novo says it reminded him of the Suter handball against Benfica, and he thought that shouldn't have been a penalty. He said if it comes off a defender and then hits the hand, as far as he's aware, the rules, that's not a penalty because the ball's changing flight.
See, I thought it just hit him. I didn't really. I need to rewatch it, but it doesn't matter, right? I think 3-2 flattered Rangers, and I cannot believe I'm fucking saying that. That's mad to even say. But it did. Rangers should have lost 3-1.
Shout out to CJ Novo. Because normally I don't really agree with him, but he did say that he didn't think it was a penalty. Based on the rules, the way he interprets the rules. And I thought it was the same thing.
It's funny though, because Rangers...
It was like the Suter one against Benfica. I didn't think that was a penalty.
I don't think it was a penalty, but it's funny how you've got this incident, this game, right? They lose 3-2, and there's no mention of cheating. There's no mention of penalties. There's no mention of Masonic referees because Rangers get beat. There's nothing like that getting drummed up.
Well, I'm pretty
See when
sure.
Rangers were
I'm
up,
pretty sure I looked in the comments, like, and it was like, he's only got the one penalty the day or something.
I know, but you know what I mean. The media pushing it right. Aberdeen drew 0-0 with Dundee.
Well, finish your point.
Well, my point is, like, you're not hearing shit for Sutton or Hartson or Peter. What's that? John Stubbs, Alan Stubbs, whatever that prick's name is. You don't hear nothing from them because Celtic are top.
Scottish Cup winner.
Aye, that guy.
I am.
Anyway, Dundee should have beat Aberdeen, but they didn't.
When you think life's bad, you just remember you could be an Aberdeen fan. So
True. Let's move.
Dundee 0-0. Probably unfair on Dundee. I think deserved to win. I mean, created a lot more chances than Aberdeen. Towards the end, Dundee were the team with everything to lose because a draw was favouring them in the dying moments. Yet they were going for it, and Aberdeen were sitting back. You know, why were Aberdeen? This is a game that this is nothing to lose for Aberdeen. Aberdeen should be every game's got nothing to lose for Aberdeen. Really, towards the end of the season, Aberdeen should be going out and trying to play good football and blowing teams away. There's no pressure on Aberdeen here.
Yeah, especially on Saturday because Ross County were even further behind.
We should be seeing the best of Aberdeen right now.
Yep.
Players trying to impress the new manager coming in, and instead you're just getting this shite version. I mean, people talk about Miofsky and stuff. I mean, what's he done recently? And like, this, I'd go as far as saying this 2024 has just not been that good.
No.
I mean,
one's been good for them.
People are putting Miofsky and Shankland right in the same bracket. At least Shankland's still scoring. I think Shankland, it might have dipped off in 2024, but I think he's still banging goals in.
He had 5 goals for a game there.
Well, he did, but he's still scoring goals.
No, he's still good.
I don't think Miofsky's
I'm just letting the people know.
I don't think Miofsky's still banging the goals in.
He's not, but Rio Hatate has started banging the goals in. Minson Hatate I labelled this as because awful first half, but then Celtic turned it up.
See, I've always said Rio Hatate for me is the best midfielder Celtic have. Some people prefer McGregor, some people prefer O'Reilly. I think for me it's Hatate.
Yeah,
when Hatate's fully fit, he's the best midfielder Celtic have. 100% for me. I'll never forget his debut against Rangers.
Dream debut.
That was a fantastic debut, man. This guy came in, you're thinking, who's this guy? Another guy for Japan. Next minute, boom, 2 goals. You're like, what the hell? 3-0 against Rangers in the first half, man. It was like, what the fuck was that? But good goal for Rio Hatate. Kyogo then got on the score sheet, and then Adam Adia with a goal, 4 minutes for time. Half time, it was looking like Celtic could have slipped up, potentially dropped points, but by the end of it, it was a comfortable win, really. 50, almost 59,000 in attendance. Didn't look like that. There was quite a lot of empty seats, so not quite sure what happened there. But again, I think it's the season ticket. It kind of counts even if you're not there or something like that. Or people scan to get the points.
They don't have seat sub. Pretty much is what's going on at Celtic Park.
Seat sub. Anyway, speaking of a seat sub, will there be a seat sub in the hot seat at Livy? Will Davy Martindale be leaving? Could he be on his way out?
Will he tag out to Brian Rice?
Brian Rice.
Or are they on to Rice?
Tete Yenge getting sent off even though he wasn't on the pitch. Bit of a strange one there. Lucky not to actually get Livy down to 10 men because technically, I know the substitute had been made, but it was like still in the process. You know what I mean? Like the next phase of play hadn't began yet. So I think he was a bit lucky.
Yeah, what was the point of this?
Like, do you think what would need to happen for this substitute not to go through and for Livy to be sent down? Do you think as soon as you're off, so as soon as you walk off the pitch, you think that's it?
Yeah,
you're safe.
Yeah.
But see if the board's up and you're walking towards and you get sent off, you think that's it. The
I agree with that.
Because the next phase of play didn't begin, so I thought a bit fortunate there. But it's not often you'll see that.
Where Craig Gordon here.
Yeah, it wasn't very good for Craig Gordon.
He made a couple of good saves though.
Yeah, I'm not really going to blame him for the first one. It's not like it wasn't really his goalkeeping ability that cost him the goal. He just came out, didn't make a good clearance, and Stephen Kelly banged it in. Is what it is. But you know what, Hearts, they 2-0 down, responded really well. I just don't get why Livy didn't park the bus. They would continue to play very open. 2-0 up. Fair play, Davy Martindale, Livy, they're going down swinging. Might not be landing many shots, but they're trying.
Aye. It's like Fight Night champion.
They're just button mashing, but they're not really doing much.
He's trying to move the analogue to sit up straight, man. He's fucking flying to the other side. Pissed on Jack D.
Right, Hearts 4-2 win, a win that for me probably secures third place. I mean, had they lost this, they would have been on 59 points. 7 between them and Kelly. Kelly play Hearts up next. Had Kelly won that, the gap would have been down to 4.
Hearts in place Celtic.
You know, we could have been looking at a really close battle, but I mean, Hearts have got the job done now, so third
Hearts
place.
can't win the league. What do you make of that?
Well, they can't, but they could still finish second. Like.
They could, right? Anyway, talking a team that can't make top 6, they Hibsed it in the last kick of the game. Well,
they did
almost the last kick of the game.
They did Hibs it, but I mean, Motherwell kind of Hibsed it as well. They had a chance late on with Ollie Shaw, the former Hibs man. Did he miss that on purpose? I mean, who knows? The penalty, I think, was a penalty. Stephen O'Donnell gave it away. But Hibernian, as a Hearts fan, I'm actually glad they didn't get the top 6. I mean, not even as a Hearts fan, just as a fan of Scottish football, because I think Dundee, I mean, we can slabber about Dundee, we can talk about the pitch being a disgrace, and it is a disgrace, and I get that, but it's not fair for us to run down Tony Docherty and the Dundee players. For me, Dundee deserve top 6, right? We can talk about the club, and we can talk about the performance and the state of their pitch and that, but as a team, and what they've done as a promoted club for the Championship, and the overhaul that they did with the squad, and Tony Docherty, his first proper managerial job as a number 1, for them to play some of the good football they played this season and get into the top 6 and be in the top 6 for the majority of the season as well. I think you need to give them a lot of credit for sure. They deserve it. I think it would have been very harsh had Hibs or Aberdeen or Motherwell just pipped them going into the last couple of weeks. So I'm glad Dundee got top 6, and at this point, I think they could make a push for Europe. St Mirren have went off the boil recently. 5th place will get European football as long as Aberdeen do not win the Scottish Cup. I do not see Aberdeen winning the Scottish Cup. Out of the 4 teams in it, Aberdeen for me by far are the least likely to win it. So 5th place will get you into Europe. And I mean, right now with Dundee only 3 points behind St Mirren, I wouldn't be surprised if Dundee do it. So you know what? If Dundee do it, fair play to them. And I think they might. They've got some really good young players. And Tiffany, I think, is a good player. Cameron's another good player. And they play good football despite having a pitch. I know people will just associate them with that shite pitch and therefore assume that they're shite. But, I mean, if you actually watch Dundee, they do play some good stuff. So I'm optimistic that Dundee can maybe even finish higher than 6th. And if they do, fair play to them. They deserve it.
Absolutely. Yeah. They deserve top 6, but at the end of the pitch thing is not a Tony Docherty or the players' problem. It's a football club problem. I mean, them blaming climate change and all that, man, it's embarrassing. But Kelly, great win, 2-0. You could have stuck the house on them, though.
Is Derek McKinn's manager of the season?
I think he might be. Him or Tony Docherty. I don't think it really depends. I think they will get 4th, but as we look at the league table from a Kelly perspective, I think they'll probably get to 60 points.
Kilmarnock?
Yep.
No, I don't agree with that.
No, I think they will.
They'd need 3 wins.
Yeah, I think they will, though.
You think they're getting 3 wins?
Well, I think they're beating Celtic at Rugby Park, and that makes things a lot easier, doesn't it?
They could. I mean, I think they'll pick up points. I can see them getting a few. I think
they might win at Ibrox too. So
I think Kilmarnock will finish with about 58 points. 7 out of 15. I think they maybe get that.
Yeah, but that's still great.
Yeah, they could easily beat St Mirren, Dundee, Hearts, and maybe get something against Spfl. I mean, I'm not denying that they could, but it's been a great season for Kilmarnock, Derek McKinn's.
But they've got 4th now. It's wrapped up.
I mean, they have.
St Mirren's not doing.
No, I mean, if anything, I'd say Kilmarnock more likely to finish in 4th than they're 5th.
Yeah.
And, that's a strange one because it wasn't that long ago, Kilmarnock and St Mirren. I mean, it wasn't that long ago, St Mirren in the live table had a 4-point lead over Kelly when they were beating them 2-0 at Rugby Park.
5-2.
So, yeah, had that game finished in St Mirren's favour, I mean, who knows how it would have panned out, but Kelly, 5 goals in 17 minutes, came back, got the win. And since then, they've just not looked back. They've pushed on, and St Mirren have just faltered, really. And we can see now in the league table that Dundee could actually go level with St Mirren. I know it's unlikely, but if Dundee can beat Rangers, they would go on 43 points. And if they do beat Rangers, then for me, Dundee have got to be favourites to finish 5th.
Absolutely, but say they do beat Rangers, that's the title race over, so that can't happen, right? For the sake of this league and split, we need Rangers to beat Dundee. We need something. We need something up the front end of the pitch, man. Rangers need to keep this alive for as long as possible.
Well, that's what they need to do. Will they do it? Who knows?
Who's favourite to win the league? I think it's over. I think Celtic's won it.
What do you mean, who's favourite? Yo, hold on. You think it's over, yet you're asking me who's favourite?
You might think it's different.
Obviously,
rate
Celtic...
your percentage chances. I'd probably say about 90-10.
80-20. I think Hearts have got third wrapped up. I think Kilmarnock have got... Well, I know Kilmarnock's got fourth wrapped up. Yeah, for me...
Do you think the only way Rangers win the league if they're leading it going into the last day?
Yeah, I don't want to be relying on Celtic dropping points at
Will
home.
Hearts lie down on the last day if Rangers are top of the league?
No, sure they
Will
won't.
Stephen Naismith be giving
I'll make a deal. I'll make a deal with Rangers right now. We'll lie down on the final day if you lie down in the Scottish Cup semi-final. That's a fair trade.
Yeah, but what if Rangers don't make it to the final day? Then your trade's at the windy. It's not a fair trade. Remember them in the dairy milk
It's a
bars?
fair trade. We'll still give you the win.
Aye, but my
It's not our fault if he's going to make it to the last day of the title fight.
True.
And down the bottom of the table, what do we have? We have, we have Hibernian and Motherwell now, just really no man's land. Motherwell's not going to get dragged into it. Aberdeen potentially could get dragged into it. Their goal difference is not great.
Aberdeen have 2 games at home, and then I believe they're away to St Johnstone. So, tell you what, I think if they don't win one of those 2 games at home, I think they'll be right in it.
They could be right in it. I think Ross County will stay up. I think the bottom 2 will be St Johnstone and Livingston.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, that's it. I mean, I have nothing else to add, really. St Johnstone, Livingston, that's it.
But if St Johnstone can keep Aberdeen at arm's length until they play them and then beat them at home, I mean, that's a point.
No, it is, definitely. Next game up for Ross County is Livingston, so Ross County will relegate Livingston with a win. A draw pretty much does relegate them anyway. Livingston now fighting for their lives, must defeat Ross County to keep their hopes alive. I don't think it's going to happen. And that's pretty much it, guys. There you go. That is your SPFL review show, a little bit later than we would have liked.
Look at the away form, though, for Ross County. And 1 win away? That's fucking pish.
It's not great, is it? But we'll catch you in the next one.
So's Kelly's away form. Holy shit, only 3 wins away from home. And then for the team in 4th in the league.
And that's actually improved on last season. Remember
that is bogging.
Do you remember we were saying the last season if they improved their away form, they'd be right up there?
Aye.
Fuck, they haven't really improved it much, but they're right up there.
Anyway, what about tomorrow? Let's final prediction. Will Rangers beat Dundee?
Not convinced. Especially after that Ross County game, although I think they will. I think with old form, it's very rare you get back-to-back shite performances.
Well,
and I do believe that
Rangers just did back-to-back shite performances.
I believe that Rangers will come out firing. That will wake them up. I wouldn't be surprised if Rangers
sign Lawrence Shankland.
I wouldn't be surprised if Rangers blow away Dundee. I know I was kissing Dundee's ass there and saying how good they've been,
but the party's over. The 6th. I mean, Dundee's 6th, so is it not over?
Rangers, I'm no deed. All right, well,
Willie McIntosh.
Anyway, will Rangers still be game tomorrow? We'll find out. Till next time. Peace.